All right, Eagles fans, welcome back to the NovaCare Complex. I am Alex Smith, and I am very pleased to be joined today by linebacker Jordan Hicks. Jordan, how are you feeling physically right now?
Awesome. Feel healthy. Nothing going on with my pec. Pec has been a great injury that I've had. Recovery was well.
Why do you say a great injury?
Well, I was actually out of the sling in a week. I really, probably since a month out, really haven't had much trouble, much feeling, much pain, anything in the pec. So honestly, I forget that I even tore my pec. It's been that good of a recovery process. And then outside of that, body is feeling awesome, man. It's been a good off season. Put in a lot of hard work and ready to go.
Do you have to change anything after you go through an injury like that in the way you work out or the way you prepare?
I don't know if it's necessarily changing. I think it's becoming more aware. Aware of when your body is fatiguing, aware of, little things that, you may need to do, whether it's cold tub because your legs feel, a certain way, or, maybe going to get acupuncture, or, you're constantly learning about your body. And that's the process, man, trying to become aware of what you need at certain times.
Let's talk about this defense a little bit. Obviously, a different scheme. You go from a 3-4 inside linebacker to 4-3 Mike linebacker. What changes for you? I'm sure there's more communication with the coaches. You have the defensive coordinator in your headset. Do you like that part of the game?
Absolutely. To me, that's my favorite part of the game. Just because, it's so mental. I think I'm a fairly good mental linebacker, somebody who's able to think, put things together quickly, process, what the offense is trying to do, and, based off the game plan. And, I think that's my advantage, and I think I do a pretty good job at that. And so, when I get the opportunity to be in that situation, with Coach Schwartz being able to have that type of faith, that type of trust in me, to really put some stuff in my hands to make certain calls at certain times, that's the game. The chess game that I love, playing with the offense and being in that position.
Have you always been that kind of player?
Absolutely. Since college. I never really had enough continuity to kind of get into that role per se. If you want to, the fact where the coach gives you the ability to make certain calls, but that's always been my go-to, and I've always been in the group. Primarily the leader. We've always got leaders in different groups and different positions. But for me, I love being that middle linebacker, making the calls, getting everybody lined up. That's where I'm at.
What do you like most about this new scheme?
I think it's the mentality. To me, the ability to come downhill, be aggressive, attack. You'll hear it over and over and over again. It's an attack defense. Let the D-line eat and then let us feed off of them. And that's kind of the mindset of everything, how we approach practice every single day. It's an attack defense where you're just getting downhill and being disruptive.
It's really a different situation for you in this camp compared to last year. Last year, obviously, rookie year, third-round pick. There was some depth in front of you. This year, it looks like you're really going to be the guy at that starting middle linebacker spot. How do you live up to those expectations? Do you do anything differently?
Man, you continue to prepare, continue to have confidence in yourself and your teammates. You work out the kinks, and there's always going to be some things you got to iron out. But you take it on with a mindset of constantly learning, constantly getting better, day in and day out. Do the process, trust the process, and everything will be good in the end.
My final question for you, what do you have to do to take on more of a leadership role? It's only your second year, but what are you looking to take on more of a role with this year?
I think it's more speaking up. I'm in a position at the middle linebacker where I've got to be a vocal guy, and I'm trying to take on a little bit more of that role as we get into camp. And we've got so many leaders on this defense. You think about Malcolm Jenkins in the back end. You think about Fletch on the line, and Connor Barwin at the end, and all these guys who have been there, done that, played a lot of time in this league. And you know what? I lean on them. They lean on each other. We all lean on each other, and at the end of the day, we get the job done.
Jordan Hicks, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it, and enjoy the rest of camp.
Appreciate it.
And thank you all for joining us right here on PhiladelphiaEagles.com.